What's up? I can't talk. What's up, everybody? Today is October 30th, 2023. And as you can see in the background, I'm just leaving Lamb Weston. Got to find my vehicle. I just finished my drug test, and a funny thing happened. So they told me drug test. I was like, okay. And so before going, I was worried because I was like, not because I do drugs, because the peeing, having to time your pee right. You got to drink enough water, that way when they want you to pee in the cup. And so I'm like, okay, well, I want to make sure I drink enough water, but I don't want to be peeing too much, right? I got to stop driving or whatever before I even get there. So anyhow, I'm trying to time that right. And then I get there and I don't really have to pee. And I'm like, okay, so I get in there, and then, the nurse lady says, oh, okay, come in. And I'm like, hey, can I have some water, bottled water? She's like, oh, water? I said, yeah, so I go pee. She's like, oh, no, it's a swab test. I was like, oh, swab test. I'm sitting here trying to time my pee out and stuff like that, and make sure, like I said, I don't have to go too much, or that I can go, because I don't want them to have to sit around for like a half an hour while I'm drinking water and okay, I don't have to pee yet. I'm, because I've had to do drug tests before, and it's just so funny. I'm sitting there trying to time it and monitor my fluid consumption, and then she's like, oh no, it's just a swab test. Okay. Easy. So that made me happy though. Oh, good. And then I told the nurse lady, I was like, oh, well, good thing I didn't drink like a gallon of water. Then I would be having, right now I'd be having to pee so bad. Because once you drink all that water, then you have to go pee and pee and pee. So anyhow, so I'm leaving Lamb Weston. Easy to spot here in Quincy, Washington, because the smoke billowing from the plant. So I did my drug test, swab, not pee. I did my drug test, I filled out all the paperwork for my background test. I've done all the interviews. So I have done 100% my part for this job. You guys, have done your part. All of you who donated to me and, you support me. You guys have done your job in helping me get here for all the appointments and, this drug test and all this. You guys have done your part. I've done my part, filling out all the stupid paperwork and all this kind of stuff. Like I said, drug test and everything. Now it's up to you, Lamb Weston. It's up to you, Lamb Weston. Actually, no, waiting on the third party. They do the drug screening. They send it to the third party company, the same one that does the background check. I think they send it to them. They go over everything. Then that company sends it back to Lamb Weston. So actually, it's not even Lamb Weston we're waiting on. It's this third party company who does the background check and all that. So that's just. But I asked her. I said approximately how long after I do this. I did the background, fit all the background check information, and now I'm doing the drug screening. I said, how long after that? She said, usually within a day or two, they'll contact you and let you know. So I'm hoping within a couple days. I just want a final confirmation, a final confirmation. Like I said, they've already offered me the job. I've accepted the job. They're like, okay, it's pending the background and this drug test. Okay, I've done that. I just want them to say, okay, boom, everything's good. Come in on the 14th. That way I'm like, okay, so now I just have to prepare for that. Oh, and another fun fact, because the first thing you do, she said, when you start, like say on the 14th when I start, it's orientation, and she said part of that is talking about the clothing, because this is a legit factory. I mean, you see the smoke billowing. It's a legit factory, and so there's moving machines and moving parts and all this kind of stuff. So she said there's certain clothing that you can't wear, or certain clothing that's required. For one, it's you have to have steel toe shoes or boots. I have steel toe. I actually wore them today just because. You have to have steel toe shoes, and she said no hoodies. So I was like, oh really? Because it could get caught on something. I guess she said that happened before. Someone's hoodie got caught on something. So no hoodies, no hanging things like strings, no hanging chains and stuff like that. So just I guess regular collared shirts. And she said they'll go over all that in orientation. She was just kind of giving me a little heads up of what to expect. But So I thought that was interesting. I mean, everywhere you work, there's some kind of dress code of what you got to wear, what like non-slip shoes or oil-resistant shoes, or like I said, steel toe shoes and all all these kinds of things. Pretty much everywhere you go, there's some kind of dress code. You know, what kind of color shorts or pants or whatever you have to wear. So I expected something. But yeah, the no hoodies thing, that was kind of surprising. And then whatever else they tell me. So anyhow, so you know, she just said that's kind of, you know, one thing that orientation is about, is that. And obviously, you know, they'll walk you around the plant and just go over stuff and whatever. But anyhow, so yeah, so I've done my part 100%. Just waiting for them now. Just waiting for them. Nothing I could do. So I don't know if they'll send me an email. They have my phone number, or Becca's phone number, and all that. And so yeah. But yeah, so thank you to you guys for all the help. I really appreciate all the help thus far. And you know, I'm determined. I'm really determined to get out of this homeless thing, and just to be able to provide for me, myself, and Rebecca, and not just minimally, how do I say, like I don't want, I really, I'm another thing that I'm tired for, you know, let's say we get out of the homeless thing, I'm tired of just like scraping by too. I would really like to get up to a point where like I'm making at least a little bit more to be comfortable, not just scraping by. Like, you know, I don't want to just barely be able to pay rent and barely be able to get food. And like, I mean, I really wish that at one point in my life, I'm already 41 years old. I just wish that I can get to a point in my life to where, you know, I'm providing, but providing well is what I'm saying, not just barely scraping by. That's what I really want. You know, it's not even about being rich or wealthy or none of that. Just to, you know, I just hate, you know, the living paycheck to paycheck and all that, you know. So anyhow, that's what I hope. That's what I hope. Yep. So I'm done waiting on them. It's cold today. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's really, when I was outside, you could see my breath. It's probably, I don't know, 40 something Fahrenheit. Maybe in 30s, I don't know. It's been getting really cold at night. Like I said, here in Quincy, it's a little bit colder than like in Richland. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, just waiting. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if anyone would like to help support the channel, support us, there's a PayPal link and a GoFundMe link on my channel page. Everything always helps. You know, and I mean that. And I mean that everything helps. Sometimes people literally send me $5 or anything. That all helps. Yeah, and I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything, from the donations, from the likes, the comments, the views. You guys know that. I appreciate you guys even just being here, listening to me, following along on this journey. So I thank you. See, you notice my eyes darting because like my camera, the camera is right here, but like just instinctively I want to look at my face in the middle of the screen. But if I look at my face in the middle of the screen, you know, that's not where my camera's at. So for you guys, my eyes are averted. That's why sometimes I'm looking over this way, because I'm like instinctively looking at my face, but my camera is right here. So I try to look at the camera. Yeah, you know, I've heard from other YouTubers that that's good to, like, you know, talk to your viewers straight and, you know, stay focused and don't, like, you know I do that sometimes, and just because I talk to you guys just like I'm talking normally, you know. It's like when you're talking to your friend or whoever, you're not just necessarily like staring them in the eyes, especially if someone's sitting next to you, kind of just talking, you know, especially in the car. I'm looking this way, you're looking that way. We're not like staring in each other's eyes. And so, you know, sometimes when I'm talking, I'm like looking around or whatever. Or like I said, I'm looking at my face. So I'm still trying to get used to this whole thing of staring at a camera. TV people, they, you know, like newscast stuff, they get really good at it and they just focus on the camera, focus on the camera. I'm just not good at that. See, I want to look at my face. Anyhow, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.